These radicals shamelessly attack the legitimacy of our institutions and the very rule of law itself. Now, this is important because he then goes on to mention all of the statues that have been targeted, including Ulysses S. Grant, for instance. So it is clearly not about the Confederacy. The traveling across state lines thing is very important because I believe it actually gives the federal government jurisdiction over these criminal acts. Antifa does travel across state lines to push their ideology, to train, and to engage in protests against, monuments or governments or places they're not even from. And I'm not talking about the U.S. because you have a First Amendment right across this country. I'm talking about a group of people who I've personally met and interviewed that me and other journalists referred to as the tourists, because they would literally go to like Turkey and China and other countries and engage in protests to support this far left ideology. And this is what I mean when I say that Antifa, though it is not a parent organization, like there's no Antifa Inc., there are individual cells which are active and organized, have property, have financing, and spread this ideology, typically some kind of communism. Authoritarian leftism, whatever it is. It's an amalgamation of weird ideas. But they will travel to Germany. They will travel to Turkey, to China, to various countries, engaging with training and supporting these people. This is international. And many people tried saying, when Trump announced that Antifa should be labeled as terrorists or whatever, they say, you can't do that. Antifa is a domestic organization, blah, blah, blah. It's not really an organization, blah, blah, blah. Antifa is a flag. It has historical roots. It has a prevailing ideology. And there are people within Antifa cells that fly the flag and travel the world. Okay, this is not secret information. I am not privy to anything special. This stuff all was happening during Occupy Wall Street. You can watch the videos if you want. If you're more interested, you just Google search it. But that's what's been happening. Now we didn't call them Antifa or anarchists back in the day. It was just anti-capitalist or the far left. Antifa is more, came about in the past several years as they actually started branding themselves. But typically we refer to it as the Black Bloc protesters or something. I think we said anarchists a bit, but that's not accurate. True anarchists don't believe in violence. And I know a lot of people don't understand this and don't believe it, but no, it's true. True anarchists, be it the left or the right, do not believe you can use violence because violence is how you express your authority over other people. It's really frustrating to me when I see the left libertarian spectrum of the political compass is so often ridiculed and misunderstood. It's a shame. There's a meme going around right now about woke social justice stuff. That is not left libertarian. That is authoritarian left. The adherence to a fringe ideology, the imposition of ideology or progressive structures is authoritarian. Left libertarian is live and let live. Right libertarian, free market, live and let live. Left libertarian, live and let live. Let's try and cooperate. That's it. Your complaints have all been with the authoritarians. Antifa is authoritarian. This guy got in Jack's face and threatened him. I think actually hit him. They splashed him with water. Attacking someone is forcing them to do what you want. Anarchy means without authority. These people express their authoritarianism by attacking other people. Now, I've had people say to me, I actually talked to an Antifa guy in Berkeley, and he says, you can't be authoritarian. Authoritarian is like a system. And I said, oh, then you can't be a socialist because socialism is a system. And he was like, well, no. I'm like, no, you can. If you believe that you have a right to bring weapons and threaten and instill fear in people so they get on their knees begging you for forgiveness, you are an authoritarian. You believe in authoritarian systems. You believe in oppressing other people to get what you want. Libertarian means you walk up to them, shake their hand, and ask them questions and talk to them and try and find a way to live together.